Well, hello there viewers, and you join me here in a location where you don't find me all that often. That is the Shamblecroft plot world, and you join me here next to my brother Dave. Anyway, what you see next to me here is a creeper head. A small, 1:1 scale creeper head. And what you see there is a big creeper head. And there is a reason there is a big creeper head in front of me, and that is because two of my Shamblecraftian fellows here, Mr. Croc Monitor and Mr. Johnny DL, have been cooking up something fun. And that is the you already know this because it's the title of the video, the Shamblecraft Headhunt. And this building here, now that it's sort of done here, is going to be rebuilt on the main island on the SMP so that we can actually use it to organise said headhunt. So, why a creeper? Well, let me tell you, boys and girls, why it's a creeper. Ask Johnny. But anyway, this here is where the headhunt is going to be organised from, and I think rather than ramble on, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut to a very simple explanation by me as to exactly what the headhunt is and how you can take part. So, the Shamblecraft Headhunt is, well, basically that. It's a headhunt. You hunt down mobs, you hunt down players, and gather the heads for points. The event will run from April the 5th until the stroke of midnight on May the 1st. But the deadline for signing up is April 12th, but make sure to sign up as early as possible so that you have more time to collect the heads. And all this info and any updates on this event can always be found in the channel Shamblecraft Events in the Discord, link to that in the video description. There are some rules that I'm going to very quickly run through here. Rule number 1, you can only kill players who have opted in. Rule number 2, you are perfectly fine on teaming up, but there's a limit of 4 people per team. Rule number 3, if you want to spam kill each other for PvP heads, please do so when there are less than, all the players online, as the death spam gets very annoying. Rule number 4, trading and purchasing heads is perfectly fine, but stealing isn't. Rule number 5, player heads can be turned in 10 times, mob heads can be turned in 50 times. There are also some special reward heads that give 25 points to the first player who turned it in. Rule 6, if you're the only player or team who hands in a specific type of head, you get 10 bonus points. Rule 7, only heads collected after the event starts count. So, we can't really enforce this, but code of honour, please don't, deliver all the heads you've kept in your chest for ages. Rule number 8, killing people who are AFK is not cool. Don't be that guy. Rule number 9, the town square, the farms, and inside shops are safe zones. Please don't PvP inside of these. And rule number 10, if someone is in the middle of a project, like recording, streaming, or building something big, please don't kill them and interrupt the work they're doing. A good way to ensure that this doesn't happen is that when you're recording, streaming, or doing a project, please alert the other players that you're doing so. That's pretty much it. If you have questions or you just want to read through it again, skip back in the video or check out the Shamblecraft Events channel. And that, viewers, is basically the important bits right there. So the dates you need to make sure to remember is April 5th is when it starts, April 12th is the deadline for signing up, and May the 1st, or midnight to May the 1st, is when it ends. That's when the points will be tallied, so make sure you have submitted all your heads by then. But if you have any questions about the event, and if you just want more information, make sure to check the Shamblecraft Events channel in the Discord. But as you can see, we've been standing here rambling long enough for this creeper to build up, an electrostatic charge. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to be moving over to the SMP very, very, very softly, and we're going to do something sensible with our time. Well, okay then, viewers, you join me here at the town square near the community storage, where, as you can see behind me, we have now taken the schematic from Plot World and moved it over to the SMP. And if I head over here, you will see that the building actually fits fairly well into the scenery. The only thing we really have to do here is do a little bit of terraforming here. So yeah, I mean, if only we knew someone who did terraforming, but that should do it. So basically, extend the grass around a little bit, maybe extend the beach. Maybe we can make a little cove here. We could actually maybe terraform around this and up like that and make a little cove. And yeah, that could work, actually. Make a little cove here. We can have Joe come and build a tiny little Ever Given to sort of get stuck in the middle there. And with that being taken care of, I think really what we have to do, we can do some terraforming, and with that being done, we can build up this building here and get the headhunt underway. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. I have this lined up. I've said the words. I've said the terraforming word. It's the other T word. Time lapse. And just like that, with the last pieces of scaffolding going down there with Croc standing on top for a brief second before gravity did the rest, I think that is pretty much the outer shell of this taken care of. So it's looking really, really cool. All that really remains now is to do the interior, finish that up, put up some signs, etc., to alert people where the various things are going on. I still need to do a tiny bit of like removing some sand here and there, but overall that is looking good. The signs are done, actually, Johnny says here, because this is being recorded on stream. So he is currently listening in. Let's head inside and have a look. I've just removed the schematic. And you can see here, welcome to the Shamblecraft Headhunt. Claim a barrel, put submissions in your shulkers, in your barrel. Prize pool, above glass, no touchy. Full rules on Discord. Any questions, ask Johnny. Current points and target heads listed below. So yeah, what you can see here, at all times, there are going to be special heads that are going to be worth a special amount of points. Not going to go into the details here and now because we've already covered this previously in the episode. So you can just skip back to that if you missed it and rewatch it. And of course, the Discord is also a good place. And as I said earlier, this is an event that will run through April, and at the stroke of midnight on between April 30th and May the 1st, then the Shamblecraft Headhunt is over, and the prize up there gets, given to the winner. And we have a sheep. It's like if I set up some sort of like pub here, I could say a sheep, a Welshman, and a Finnish walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Is this some sort of joke?" But yeah, that's looking good. The exterior is taken care of. The interior just needs a little fine tuning, and yeah, things are looking good. So with that taken care of, I think we're gonna come back here once it's 100% done and have a look. But for now, I think what we're gonna do, viewers, is move along to some of the other projects that we are currently working on. Well, okay then, viewers. So we are making our way over here to Scotland? Where? Hope this is not griefing. Hope you like the prank, because today we kicked out the British. They found a new plaque. Well, anyway, kicked out the British. You can keep, but you forgot the white stripes next to the red. I mean, I get the point. It's about, let's be honest, it's been a while since the English were kicked out of something, so it was due. But anyway, let's focus on what we're supposed to do today, because as you might remember from the previous episodes, we have done a lot of work with this new section of the base. However, there is some stuff that still remains. One of the things is we need to actually finish this dock area. We need to finish that sail there. And also, we need to finish this building right here, so we can start connecting everything together. And also, what we're going to do, and I'm probably going to do that pretty much here, we're going to make a nice little park. So that when you come down this path here, I was going to add some slabs here for easier walkage. Then you have the building right there, and you have a nice little park on the side. And also we need to actually finish all of these buildings. They are basically going to be houses, while we are going to steal your history. Alright. We are going to also finish this building right here, which is supposed to be a temple. So that is also something, and hopefully we can have time to do that in this episode. But for now, I think, honestly, we should start with the things we know how are going to look somehow. And I think maybe the guest building down there would be a good place to start. So I'm going to head down there, get started on that. And yeah, let's see how much we can get done. Well, okay, viewers, so as you can see, things are starting to shape up. We're just missing a couple of slabs right here to sort of cover this up. And with that being taken care of, the shell of this place is pretty much done. And you might be wondering, Fally, what's this gap right here? This is where I used to keep a map, and I haven't really decided if I want to do the map here as well, because this is still going to be like a visitor center. So yeah, I'm going to have to sort of make a decision on that. But as we move over here to get a good view, we can turn around and yeah, look at that. That is actually looking pretty good. Why is that one sticking out one more? Also, why is my game muted? Did I completely... Did I accidentally turn off my Minecraft sounds? I think I actually then accidentally muted my game. Give me a second. Right. Let's go down here and... Yeah, it's good enough. And we can get that one away. And with that... we can fly around here, land at the market here, and there we have it. So all that remains there is basically the details. We need to put in the beds, the info, the door, the glass, and everything. And that is pretty much done after that. So yeah, with that taken care of, I think there's actually some other things we need to take care of. First of all, we need, ladies and gentlemen, holy dear, I forgot I had that on. Hello. You know what, that's too scary. Give me a second. There we go. Right, so what we need to do then, we need to head over to the newly constructed Headhunt Hall, because we got business to attend to. Well, okay then, so with that taken care of, we are making our way back to the main island, because with everything going on, we have completely forgotten to actually go into this building that we built earlier in this episode and sign up. And we can see that there's already plenty of people who have signed up for this. So let's just double check the rules one final time. Claim a barrel, submissions in the shulker in your barrel, prize pool above the glass, up there, full rules on Discord, ask Johnny. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So with just not that long to spare really, I think what we're going to do, we're going to claim one. I think what we're going to do, we're going to oh dear, Mechanism. Ooh, Mechanism, you're in collaborating. That's scary. Ooh, we actually have a couple of teams. I mean, I really should get on a team. But what I'm going to do for now, I'm going to claim this sign, well, one here, right next to Badger. Because, well, maybe being next to Badger is a lucky spot. And with that taken care of, I'm guessing all we have to do now is wait. Because as this is being recorded, we are actually just about an hour shy of getting started on this thing. So the next thing you see from me should hopefully be taken from tonight's stream, with me declaring the Shamblecraft Headhunt open. Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen, the time is upon us. This is where you start applauding and cheering and making noise.
Yay!
Yay!
Right,
Yay!
so we have reached the dawn of whatever this is. We are ready to start the Shamblecraft Headhunt. So let me very quickly, for you all, remind you of the most important rules. So rule number 1, you may only kill people who have opted in. So take a look around you, take a look at the signs, and the people whose names are on the signs, these are the people you can murder. You can still sign up, so if anyone is watching this and you haven't signed up yet, you can sign up for another week. Sign-ups don't close until April 12th, but that is going to give you less time to actually do things. But you still have a week to sign up. So yeah, rule number 1, you can only kill players who have opted in. Killing players that are not in it will be considered griefing. Rule number 2, you can be a team. That's perfectly fine. We already have a couple of teams. We have one team over there, Mechanism Urine. Rule number 3, if you and your friend are going to spam kill each other for heads, feel free to do so. If you're going to spam kill each other for heads, then please do so when there aren't, like right now, like 10 people online, 11 people online, good lord. Because that is going to just fill up the chat with kill messages. I think we're going to waive that rule for tonight, because this is basically the first night. So I think, you know, tremendous amount of bloodshed is okay for tonight. Episode 4, you see where my mind is. Rule 4, trading or purchasing heads is perfectly fine. So for instance, Pony, who I see sneakily hiding behind there with the unicorn horn of the green hair, they can sell heads if they want to. I mean, as I say in the rules, this is a capitalist society. You are welcome to sell heads. But, and this goes to rule 7 really, only heads collected after the starting gun is fired. So, I'm going to fire a bow into the air. Once I say go, that's when you can start collecting heads. Until then, heads are worthless. Rule 5, PvP heads can be turned in 10 times. Mob heads can be turned in 50 times. So there's no point getting like 150 skeleton heads, because only the first 50 are going to count. If you're rule number 6, if you're the only team who gets a very specific type of head, you get 10 bonus points. Rule number 7, I've already covered, but only heads collected after the event start to count. And then we have 3 new rules that have been added by the staff to ensure that we have a good time. And these are also going to be posted in the events channel. So rule number 8. Killing people who are AFK is not cool. Don't be that guy. If someone is AFK, don't kill them. However, as Johnny... where were you, Johnny? You were here like 2 seconds ago, I swear. As Johnny pointed out earlier... Oh, there he is. Hello, Johnny. As Johnny pointed out earlier, if someone says, it's fine to kill me when I'm AFK, that's completely different. But don't kill random AFK people. But if someone says, ooh, I've hidden and I'm AFK, come find me and get my head, then that's perfectly fine. We have decided that there are a couple of safe zones to avoid unnecessary carnage. So if anyone is at their farm, be it a public farm or a private farm, then they are safe. If someone is inside a shop in the Nether shopping district, they are safe. And if someone is in the community storage or this building right here, like any of the community main island buildings, they are also safe. And rule 10, if someone is in the middle of a project, either they're recording it or just doing it, please don't go kill them and interrupt what they're doing. I strongly advise everyone who is doing projects to say in chat or in the Discord, hey, I'm doing this right now, please don't kill me the next 20 minutes. Like, for instance, for me, just using it as an example, if I'm in the middle of recording a replay and I get killed, it will balk the replay very often. So if I'm doing a replay, I'm going to say, please don't murder me. So those are basically the rules 1 to 10. Some of these rules may be amended. Some rules may be added or removed depending on what we need. If so, you will be pinged in the Shamblecraft events channel if there is a change. So, do we have any questions from the audience?
I have no question.
We have no questions.
I have a question. I was only half paying attention. I don't know if you already answered it. The heads of players that are not signed up, what is their value?
0. They are worthless. Okay. Unless Johnny, who is the head of the operation, pun intended.
Or me.
If you are on the target board, that's completely different. But
Uh,
you won't be put on the target board unless you've sort of agreed to it. So,
No, because people who don't want to play might want to make money from this. Just all player heads will be accepted. I'm not going to go about chasing people for whether they've given permission or not.
okay, yeah. So basically, if Pony says that I'm allowed to kill them for their head, then that's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
Neat. Okay, well, Johnny, as the sort of... do you have anything to add? I think we covered it.
I am throwing
Gerson asked
some free
if
shulker
I-
boxes so that they can deposit their stuff in the chests.
Okay.
on the bowels.
Fali.
Yeah, we have. We actually have
I-
two questions that I missed. We have a question from Gerson.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to say.
Fire away, Mr. Gerson, sir.
I'm gonna
Think-
say Gerson's question out loud because they typed it. Why is sheep twice on the points board?
No idea. Literally,
Mainly due to clerical error.
yeah,
I blame
clerical error,
Howard.
clerical error. Blame me, blame the owner, blame the server owner.
If there are any mistakes like that, blame Fally.
Yes.
Uh,
Any
and
clerical
probably the
mistakes,
most
blame me.
obvious one.
Any organisational mistakes within the four walls of this building, blame Johnny.
Yes.
Mick has had a question, and that is also one question. What is sheep? Sheep are woolly creatures with 4 legs. They taste very good. I had one for dinner this Saturday.
There are 17 flavours of sheep.
Yes.
Here we make it every Easter.
Well, if we don't have any more questions, plural, I am going to get my bow. And 3, 2, 1. Fire away! Dun, 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 dun. You want an answer to wish? I think sheep is like 1 point, right?
I believe so. No, they're 5 points, I think.
Okay, sheep are 5 points. I'm gonna put this in the events chat. But okay,
Because they are relatively rare heads. Although you can breed sheep and then kill them, they are relatively rare heads in terms of you have to kill a lot of sheep.
okay.
to get a head.
Now for the real meeting. Yes. Now that only the important people have stayed behind. So what do we want to do? Well, hello there, viewers. It is Fally from the future here. As you might be able to tell, this video is already running a bit long, and we're not even halfway there. As I'm editing this is actually an hour and 10 minutes. But I've decided we need to split this up, otherwise the episode would be way too long. So this has been split in two. So this basically is the end of part 1. Part 1 covering basically everything up until we get started. And in the next episode, which is now going to be episode 44, you will get to see some of the shenanigans taking place on the first couple of days after the headhunt started. So make sure you subscribe so that you get a notification once that once that comes out, because it shouldn't be too far away. I'm actually editing and rendering the 2 episodes at the same time, so hopefully it will be out either the day or 2 after this. But yeah, that is pretty much it from Fally from the future. Make sure you stick around, like, smash, subscribe, buy my merch, I don't know. Bye.